Hi, I'm Kelsey from the University of Rhode Island Nutrition Education Program. Today we're going to talk about fat and also about fast food. Fat is a very important part of our diet. It helps to insulate our body, keep us warm, protect our organs inside of us, and also gives us energy to keep us going. When it comes to fat, there are some choices that are healthier than others. Some examples of foods that have healthy fat in them that I have here today are olives, olive oil, hummus, nuts and seeds, avocado, tuna fish, and sun butter. We want to make sure that the fat that we are getting comes from more healthy sources like the ones I have up here, and less from fried food and fast food. Too much of the unhealthy kind of fat can clog your arteries. When arteries get clogged, over time, blood, which travels through them, is unable to get through. Because we need blood circulating through our body to stay healthy, this can be very dangerous. So making sure you don't get too much fat and that the fat you eat comes from healthy sources is a very important thing. Now let's look at fast food. When you go out to eat at a fast food restaurant, or any restaurant, or even eating at home, you are in control of the choices you make. Knowing what choices are better and healthier for your body is very important. Let's go ahead and look at some popular items at a fast food restaurant and see how much fat is in all these items. Let's start with a double cheeseburger, a large fry, and a milkshake. This meal has a lot of fat in it. Not only does it have more fat than you need in a meal, it has more fat than you need in an entire day. There's a lot of fat in here that is also the type of fat that is unhealthy for your body. Let's see what we can do to make a better choice at the same fast food restaurant. If you exchange your double cheeseburger for a normal-sized cheeseburger, if you have a child-sized fry with some apple slices, and if you exchange that milkshake for some milk, you now have a lot of color, more flavor, and you still have great taste. And a lot of this meal has the same foods, but much smaller portions. This cuts back on the fat a lot. Let me show you. The amount of fat in this first meal I talked about looks like this. That's a lot. When I made my changes, I cut back on my fat by a lot. It looks like this. As you see here, it's much healthier choices. And I'm still getting a lot of the great food, it still tastes great, and I'm going to feel a lot better. Let's look at some other items that might be popular at fast food restaurants and see which ones would be better choices than others. Chicken nuggets have a lot of fat in them. They're also fried, which means a lot of this fat is that unhealthy kind of fat. However, if you order something like a grilled chicken sandwich or a chicken wrap that a lot of these restaurants offer now, that would be a more healthy choice. You'd have less fat. They also have vegetables in them. They have more color and more flavor. I also want to go ahead and talk about portion size. When you order a large order of French fries, you get a lot of fat. If you order a small serving, or even that child size where you get yogurt or apples on the side, you're cutting back a lot on the amount of unhealthy fat you're getting. This can be a great choice to make sure you're not getting too much. So we know our bodies need fat. Fat is important. It's an important part of our diet. It gives us energy, keeps us going, protects our body, and keeps us warm. But we want to make sure that the fat we get comes from the healthy sources, like the olive oil and the olives, the hummus, the nuts, the seeds, the avocados, the fish, and the sun butter. We also want to make sure that when we do make choices and we do go out to restaurants, that we're making the best choices we can. We can substitute healthier foods for foods that are not so healthy for us. We can also have smaller portions to make sure we're not getting too much. This is Kelsey from the University of Rhode Island Nutrition Education Program. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new and will join us for more.